There were heavily armed battleships like Yamato and Bismarck that every Allied navy feared for their sheer firepower and monstrous armor. But the success of a battleship didn't depend solely on guns and steel. In fact, it relied on strategy, endurance, and operational impact. Some battleships changed the course of naval warfare, though through decisive victories, survival against impossible odds, and unmatched versatility. Today we'll look at the top 10 most successful battleships of World War II, judged by their combat record, influence, and legacy. Number 10. The HMS Nelson class. She was a British battleship commissioned in 1927, built after the Washington Naval Treaty and designed around powerful forward gun arrangement with 9 16-inch guns. During World War II, she supported major landings including Sicily, Salerno, and Normandy, providing crucial naval gunfire against fortified coastal positions. She had escorted major convoys through heavily contested waters. Nelson was central to maintaining British dominance in the Mediterranean at a time when Axis naval power was at its peak. Nelson and Rodney participated in the bombardment of targets in northern France during and after D-Day. In particular, during the Caen campaign, Nelson was credited with destroying a group of 5 target tanks, which ventured into a red zone. She also served as a flagship in multiple theaters and hosted the signing of Italy's former surrender in 1943. Number 9. The USS Massachusetts BB-59. She was an American South Dakota-class battleship commissioned in 1942, known as Big Mammy, and quickly gained a reputation for combat performance on both the Atlantic and Pacific fronts. She is famous for her major action at the Naval Battle of Casablanca, where she fought Vicky French forces and sank the French battleship Jean Bart, along with damaging cruisers and destroyers. After her victory, she deployed to the Pacific, supporting operations at the Gilberts, Marshalls, and Philippines, earning 11 battle stars for her extensive participation. Equipped with excellent anti-aircraft capability, she protected carrier groups and defended fleets during these intense kamikaze attacks. She was never seriously damaged despite constant combat, demonstrating engineering superiority and crew skill. Later in 1945, the ship supported Allied forces during the Battle of Okinawa, and thereafter participated in attacks on Japan, including bombarding industrial targets on Honshu in July and August. Number 8. The HMS Duke of York. She was a British fast battleship commissioned in 1941, built to combine strong protection with reliable firepower for operations in cold northern waters. She is best known for her decisive victory in the Battle of North Cape, where she pursued and destroyed the German battlecruiser Scharnhorst, securing Arctic supply convoys vital to supporting the Soviet Union. Beyond her most famous victory, she escorted convoys and supported fleet operations across the Atlantic, proving highly valuable in protecting shipping routes. Beyond the Arctic, she supported Operation Torch landings in North Africa and later participated in Operation Leader, striking German naval positions in Norway to restrict enemy surface raiders. Reassigned to the Pacific Theater in 1945, she provided naval gunfire support against Japanese shore installations and acted as a shield for aircraft carriers. She was present in Tokyo Bay for the formal Japanese surrender, marking the end of her wartime journey. Number 7. The HMS Rodney. She was a British battleship commissioned in 1927 and armed with 9 16-inch guns, uniquely arranged forward of the superstructure. She achieved fame as the ship that delivered the devastating close-range gunfire that crippled and destroyed the German battleship Bismarck in 1941, firing hundreds of shells that shattered her structure and silenced her guns. Rodney also fought throughout the Mediterranean, escorting convoys to Malta and bombarding Axis positions during landings in Sicily, Salerno, and Normandy. Rodney also damaged German heavy cruisers and forced submarine withdrawals through sustained gun reactions. Her participation in one of the most famous naval battles of the war secured her historical significance. At number 6, the HMS King George V. She was the British Home Fleet flagship and entered service in 1940, carrying 10 14-inch guns with high reliability and excellent armor protection. HMS King George V served across all major naval theaters of the Second World War, the Atlantic, Mediterranean, and Pacific, as a key unit of both the British Home Fleet and later the Pacific Fleet. She gained early prominence in May 1941 during the fierce pursuit of the German battleship Bismarck, where she and HMS Rodney delivered the crippling blows that ensured the enemy ship's destruction. King George V later supported the Allied invasion of Sicily during Operation Husky, providing naval gunfire against targets on Levanzo and the port of Trapani, before escorting elements of the surrendered Italian fleet, including Andrea Doria and Duilio, to Malta. In the war's final phase, she joined operations in the Pacific, contributing to the campaign against Japan in 1945. Number 5. The USS North Carolina, BB-55. She was the first modern U.S. fast battleships commissioned in 1941, carrying 9 16-inch guns and powerful anti-aircraft defenses. Nicknamed the Showboat, she earned 15 battle stars, more than any other American battleships in World War II. North Carolina served as a protective screen for aircraft carriers across numerous Pacific campaigns, including Guadalcanal, the Solomons, the Philippines, and Okinawa. She was famous for getting a torpedo hit early in the war, yet surviving and continuing action after impressive damage control efforts. After repairs, she returned to the campaign and continued to screen carriers during the campaigns across the Central Pacific in 1943 and 1944, including the Gilberts and Marshall Islands and the Mariana and Palau Islands, where she saw action during the Battle of the Philippine Sea. She took part in offensive operations in support of the Battle of Iwo Jima and Okinawa in 1945, including numerous attacks on Japan. Number 4. The USS Iowa BB-61. She was the lead ship of the Iowa-class fast battleships commissioned in 1943 and capable of 33 knots, making her the fastest battleships ever built. Armed with the 9 16-inch guns and extensive anti-aircraft batteries, she served primarily as a fast carrier escort, protecting major carrier forces during key Pacific operations including the Marshall Islands, Marianas, and Leyte Gulf. Iowa provided heavy shore bombardment at strategic locations and supported troop landings with precision long-range fire. She participated in raids on Japan industrial regions and helped defend the fleet from aerial threats, including kamikazes. Though she saw little battleship-to-battleship action, her speed allowed rapid reinforcement of threatened theaters. Iowa transported President Franklin D. Roosevelt to the Tehran Conference, demonstrating her diplomatic importance. While later fame exceeded her World War II role, she remained an elite symbol of American naval power. At number 3, the HMS Warspite. She was commissioned in 1915 and became the most decorated ship in British naval history, earning widespread respect as the Grand Old Lady. Though already a veteran of World War I, she excelled across multiple major battles in World War II, including Narvik, Cape Matapan, Crete, Sicily, Salerno, and Normandy. Warspite sank or damaged numerous enemy ships, including Italian cruisers and destroyers at Matapan, and provided devastating bombardment support during Allied landings. She survived bomb attacks, mines, and heavy gunfire while continuing to fight effectively. Her accurate gunnery and battlefield endurance made her legendary among both allies and enemies. Even after severe damage, she returned to service to support D-Day and bombard Walcheren. The Warspite earned 15 of the 25 battle honors awarded to Royal Navy ships. Number 2, the USS South Dakota BB-57. She was commissioned in 1942 and quickly became famous for her aggressive fighting style and durability in combat. She played a major role in the fierce night battle of Guadalcanal, observing massive shell fire, yet surviving while helping to disable several Japanese cruisers and supporting USS Washington's victory over Kirishima. South Dakota later served across the Pacific at the Gilberts, Marshalls, Marianas, and Leyte Gulf, earning 13 battle stars. Known for exceptional anti-aircraft performance, she shot down dozens of attacking aircraft while protecting carriers. Despite suffering significant damage more than once, she returned repeatedly to combat without losing her fighting capability. Her record of impact, toughness, and frontline success makes her one of the most combat-proven U.S. battleships. Number 1. The USS Washington BB-56. She was commissioned in 1941 and became the most successful American battleships in terms of decisive service combat victory. She is best known for her role in the Second Naval Battle of Guadalcanal, where she fought in darkness, using radar guidance to sink the Japanese battleship IJN Kirishima in one of the world's most important battleship duels. Washington remained undamaged in the engagement and protected the U.S. fleet from what could have been a catastrophic defeat. After her historic victory, she continued escort and bombardment operations across the Pacific. In strong leadership, she earned widespread respect among allies and Japanese naval observers. Washington's combination of decisive victory, survivability, and reliable service places her at the top of World War II battleship combat success. With this, guys, we're winding up for today, but stay tuned and we'll bring you interesting videos from the world of military. We'll see you guys again in our next video. Until then, bye-bye.